Before we get started, a quick word from our sponsor, Community Financial's President CEO Tansley Stern's podcast, Despite Impossible. Now on to the show.
Studio Lounge interviews brought to you by Community Financial Credit Union.
Hey everybody, Mike Lawson here with CUBroadcast. Welcome back to our continued coverage of the Closing the Equity Gap 2025 here in beautiful Detroit, Michigan. And this is an amazing event. This is the second year they've had it here. The folks at Community Financial Credit Union are hosting this event and featuring some amazing women leaders, not only in the Detroit area and the credit union industry, but nationwide as well. And speaking of which, we have the 2024 National Teacher of the Year, Missy Testerman. How are you?
Doing well.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So what do you have to do to get the National Teacher of the Year accolade?
Well,
I'm very curious.
You begin by being in Tennessee, every state does it differently, but in Tennessee you begin by being your district's Teacher of the Year.
Okay.
You're then eligible to progress in the pathway to become Tennessee's Teacher of the Year. And I did. I was named a state semifinalist, then a state finalist, and then the Tennessee Teacher of the Year. Once you're Tennessee's Teacher of the Year, you become part of a cohort group of all of the state Teachers of the Year from all across America, all the states, all of the territories. You submit applications and videos. They choose 4 finalists. Those 4 finalists go through a pretty rigorous interview process in Washington, D.C.
Oh, in D.C.
In Washington, D.C. at CCSSO's main office. That CCSSO is Council of Chief State School Officers, so it is the professional organization for state school superintendents. And then they choose one person from those 4, and this was my lucky year because this year it was me.
Yay! Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. But and it sounds like you've been consistent over the years as well, because you've been kind of in the, I guess, the top 10 teachers nationwide here. So you're doing something really, really well. So congrats. And
Thank
congrats
you.
on being here and one of the featured panelists on stage today. So what are you going to be talking about? What's going to be your message to the audience, Missy?
My message is going to be about equity in education, and that we've come a really long way, particularly in educating girls and making sure that girls are afforded access to the same types of courses that boys are, to develop interest in high-tech careers, particularly STEM careers, and so forth, and that we've made a lot of progress, and that we can't go back.
Right, yeah. Got to keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Keep plugging away for sure. And so because this is generally a credit union-ish event, what do you want to message? What's your message to the credit union folks out there as far as having strong women leadership in their respective organizations?
Well, strong women leadership is important in all facets of life, including in the credit union world, and education, particularly public education, is a big component of that. We have to have an educated workforce, and so we need those of you who are within the business community, no matter what you do, to support education, and particularly public education.
Yeah, and credit unions are big proponents of supporting public education. I mean, a lot of folks, like Community Financial, has branches in these schools, so it's really neat to see that, and then kids get that financial education at an early age, which I think is a have
it's
to.
incredibly important. That's a huge service that they provide.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
And I want to get your thoughts really quickly on financial education, because I'm sure you've dabbled in this area a time or two. What's your thought on that, especially starting kids out in elementary school and getting them used to talking about money?
Absolutely. It's something that we have to do if we want the future of this country to understand, to be financially literate, so that they can make good money decisions when the time comes, and they're able to create a good life for themselves, because they do make good money decisions. So it is very important.
Well, it helps the economy as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, when everyone's kind of on the same page, there's just so much upside. Everyone can benefit big time. So what are you planning on taking away here? Because obviously you're going to be on stage talking, but you're going to be I
will be a conscious observer through most of this evening, and that is great, because every good teacher is always looking for what he or she can learn to take back to the classroom. So no matter which kind of environment I'm in, I'm always picking up something I can learn and take back to my students, and I'll be doing that here tonight.
Yeah, there's going to be some other amazing women on stage, and actually amazing folks in the audience as well watching.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be really, really cool. Can't wait for it to get started. On that note, anything else to add here before I let you get back over here?
I just am thankful to Tansley and the team for the opportunity to be here tonight.
Indeed. Well, thank you for being here too, because
Thank
I
you.
know we were talking before the recording that you went through like 4 time zones just to get here.
I
yesterday.
went through 4 time zones yesterday, from California to Denver to Chicago to Detroit, but I'm happy to
But
be
you're
here tonight.
and
Absolutely.
And we're glad to have you here, Missy. Thank you so much,
Thank you
and
so
congrats
much.
again
Thank you.
on the huge award. Well deserved, I'm sure, and look forward to chatting again down the line one of these days.
Absolutely.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
Studio Lounge interviews brought to you by Community Financial Credit Union.
A quick word from our sponsor, Community Financial's present CEO, Tansley Stern's new podcast, Despite Impossible.